and welcome back to the Citizen channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. And our final preview show, not ever, the final preview show for season 22-23, part 1. Of course, as we take on Brentford in our last game before the World Cup break. Yes, for me, I'll be keeping an eye out for the City players, but I'm not that bothered, so I can at least enjoy, hopefully, a bit of good football. That'll be all right. I'm not going to go out my way to watch things if they're available and I'm not working, etc. I will be watching them, but yes, I'll just miss City, and hopefully, no doubt, it will fly past, won't it? Christmas will come and go before we know it, and we'll be back at Ellen Road to play Leeds United. Yes, match day 14, City versus Brentford, 12:30 p.m. kickoff, so a bit of a rush as well to get there from work when I finish there. So that's a bit of a nuisance, but hey, these could be worse. It's on BT Sport. So please join me. It was a little preview of that, and I got starting 11. I got 10 out of 11 against Chelsea. So let's see if I can at least get anywhere near that. It'd be nice, won't it? Please, if you are new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. All things City, past, present, forever. There'll be loads of City stuff, history stuff over the World Cup. I don't have a break like other guys that do City stuff. I carry on putting stuff out every day for you. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. Please join the team and please spread the word. It'd be great. And if you've got Twitter or YouTube yourself, you know what it's like when you get a little like or a thumbs up. It's nice, isn't it? So if you can give us a like now, just press that button now, guys. It'd be much appreciated by this very old, tired, weary but happy City fan. Right, let's have a look at the general odds on this one. Yes, the general odds to win the Premier League as we probably going into the World Cup break second, I think. Obviously, I think we will be second. We're still 1-5 on. A little bit of disrespect, though, still from the bookies for Arsenal. We were 9-2. I know they've just been knocked out of the Carabao Cup, but they were that before that happened. So it's really, as far as the bookies are concerned, a two-horse race, because the next one after that is Liverpool at 66-1. So there's only us two in it, but just a little bit of disrespect for Arsenal, I think. We've done very, very well so far, but yes, it is. Of course, it's early days, but we could be in worse positions, couldn't we, going into this World Cup break? But I wouldn't have minded being on top. But as you're watching this, who knows? We could be. I don't know. Sorry, not as you're watching this, because hopefully you're watching it before the game, but who knows? Anyway, we'll see. Liverpool are 66-1 and 4 favourites for the league, and Newcastle are 80-1. So well done, Newcastle. They're getting up there, aren't they? For the game itself, Brentford. Yeah, interesting. Brentford to finish in the top half of 9-2. That's not bad. I mean, this sit 11th at the moment, but I think Franks can get a decent run out of them to finish in the bottom half. They're 1-6 on. So yeah, it might be worth, as a Brentford fan, might be worth a few bob. Match odds: City are 2-15 on. Ridiculous. Brentford 18-1, and the draw is 8-1. Previously, of course, the last time it was like this year, wasn't it? 9th of February 2022. City 2, Brentford 0. Last time at the Etihad. Fernandinho on the cover. And City were top at that stage with played 23 on 57 points, and Brentford had played 23 and were 14th, 23 points. So 30, my maths is right, 34 points behind. The team that day: Ederson, Cancelo, Diaz, Stones, Laporte, Rodri, KDB, Bernardo, Foden, Sterling and Mahrez. And these are excerpts from my little match report I did on my vlog at the time. The Bees proved stubborn opponents and made City work hard to find space and openings in a very cagey first 30 minutes. But on 39 minutes, a Brentford mix-up at the back saw Sterling cleverly seize possession and drive into the box, only to be clumsily brought down by Mads Roseleth when he possibly could have left him. 40 minutes, Mahrez again found the top corner, so yeah, he was scoring goals then from the spot with the keeper going the wrong way. It was from another Brentford error that City made it 2 and put the game to bed on 68 minutes. Keeper Raya's attempted pass out was poor, was intercepted by Sterling. Big effect on this game on the edge of the box, but the keeper partially redeemed himself by blocking the shot. However, De Bruyne was on hand and calmly drilled home from 18 yards to double City's advantage and tie up the game. Overall record: we've only played them 5 times at our place. Won 4, lost 1, scored 10, let in 4. Who's in charge? Well, we got after the nice break from no VAR against Chelsea. It's back for the league, of course it is. Who's in charge? We've got Mr. Peter Bonks, one of my favourites, Peter Bonks. Some of you'll think, Bonks, it's Banks and shit, but Bonks, yeah, father of the bride fame. Referee, if you don't, you might think, what the hell are you on about, Bernard? His linos, Eddie Smart and Nick Greenhouse. Fourth official, Darren Bond. And on the horrible, rubbishy VAR is David Coote. And making the toasted tea cakes for David is his assistant, Nick Hopton. So how are they doing? How are Brentford doing so far? Well, they went out of the Carabao Cup despite taking a 3-minute lead on penalties to struggling League Two side Gillingham on Tuesday night, so that wasn't good. But in the league, Thomas Franks should again be reasonably happy with their progress this second season back in the top flight. They've only won 3 games all season though, but have managed to pick up a point with draws in 7 other games and sit 11th on 16 points from 14 games. So okay, not great. Still a little bit problematic. That's why they're 1-6 on with the bookies to finish in the bottom half. Their best winning margin remains a 4-0 against the Jokers from across the road in Trafford at the start of the season. And they also beat Leeds shortly after that, 5-2 in early September. But they are finding goals a bit harder to come by now. But obviously, goals against, not too bad. They've had the odd slip up. They did lose 5-1 away at a rejuvenated Newcastle. No shame in that. And 4-0 at Villa Park. And even we couldn't beat them, could we? They are yet to win away from home in 7, drawing 4 and losing 3. But they did come close this weekend. Only a 96-minute own goal stopped them beating Forest at the City ground. That ended 2-2. Ivan Toney's an informed guy, and as you're watching this, and I don't know because I've not looked, I know which City players are in the England squad, but it was hinted he might get into the England squad. You'll know if he did or he didn't. Most people thought he wouldn't, but it was hinted that with his form this season, 9 goals and 3 assists, he might be worth a shout. So, as you say, you'll know that more than I do at this point in time. Of course, as you saw from that match report, the excerpt, they've made it half as last season. And they do have a more in-depth squad this season. They've got a better squad, but as a downside to that, of course, they lost Ericsson, who was one of the key elements last season. So, it'll be interesting to see how they do. But, they should come and be organised, and Franks has got them very well organised still again this season. As ever, though, doesn't matter, does it, how organised they are? It depends what our boys do. It depends what Pep plays and how our guys do. And, of course, this is the final game before the World Cup, so we shouldn't really be saving anyone, although there are a couple of question marks, of course, especially on our big Nordic meat shield. It's definitely a question mark as to whether this guy will be playing or not. And it will certainly be interesting in his defensive lineup as well, based on what we saw against Chelsea. We'll talk about that in a minute, and that's what we're going to do. Because decisions after the Chelsea game, the bench was a very, very strong bench for City, and it did make interesting reading. And I do expect all bar possibly 2 to start this one. So if you look at the bench, it was Ederson, Phillips, Stones, Aki, Haaland, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Akanji, and Foden. I mean, Phillips isn't going to start this. He'll be on the bench. Hopefully we can bring him on if we're reasonably comfortable in the game later on and give him some minutes as we did against Chelsea. But Haaland is a big question mark. I mean, he's not got a World Cup. He does seem to have a sort of ligament problem. And it's been played down and it's not bad. And there's no reason to say it is or it isn't. As I said, he's not playing for any World Cup team. So we don't need to really hide the truth. But just a bit odd that, as I say, he didn't get on against Chelsea, which is fair enough. Will we see him? Will we see him against Brentford? That's a big, big question mark for me. I just haven't a clue, and I can't predict what Pep's going to do because I don't have Pep's knowledge on what the position is with Haaland. But hopefully, it's nothing too bad. He'll start the game, and of course, if he is fit, for me, he'll always start a City game as far as I'm concerned, as long as he's fit. But of course, for the purposes of this vlog, I've had to make certain assumptions, and I think perhaps Haaland might not quite yet be ready to start the game. So that leaves, really, if you look at that bench, 7 on the bench, I think will more or less be definitely starting. So we've got Ederson, Ortega fans, Stones, Ake, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Akanji and Foden. That's making big assumptions that Pep's favourite centre-backs are not the 2 that started against Chelsea. But as always, Pep may spring a surprise or know something. He certainly will know something we don't, or I don't, by Saturday morning. So If that 7-year-old going to play, of the 4 who started against Chelsea, who's going to sort of figure it out plus these guys? Well, as I said, sorry, Ortega fans, he isn't starting this, so unless Pep totally shocks me. You never know. You never know. It might just be the kick just before the World Cup that Ederson needs, or it might totally ruin him either way. It'd be interesting to see. Stones has got to be right back. There's no Cancelo to play left or right. Akanji has played right back, but obviously Stones has got to be preferred in that position. Will Gomez be given another chance at left back? Again, as I say, no Cancelo. I think he might be. I think rather than play Stones at right back, who's not a dedicated right back, and play someone at left back who's not a dedicated right back, I think Pep might have to play Gomez at left back. He won't have any option. But as I said, if Laporte and Diaz are not centre backs, we're left with Akanji and Aki, of course, which they his number one centre backs at the moment. But will he be tempted to play either of Diaz or Laporte or both? Who knows? We'll see when I give you my team in a minute. Will Pep play Gundogan? Probably not. Surely Foden's got to start this one. He's not going to leave him on the bench again against the Bees, is he? So Foden, Rodri, KDB, have all got to be starting in that middle bit. Surely. Up top, yep, Grealish had a great game. I don't think Pep's going to drop him. I think Grealish is going to start this. Alvarez has certainly earned another shot, and if Haaland isn't available, Alvarez is pretty much guaranteed, isn't he? But if he is available, why not? Why not put Alvarez in as well? But there you go. So I get to my 11. So based on what I've been saying there, this is my City 11. I've not covered everyone. I'm not talking about people like Palmer, of course, and Rico, Lewis. I don't think that they'll be getting anywhere near the side. So I've sort of hinted at the guys who perhaps might be starting. So here we go. Here's my 11. I'll be really interested to know what your starting 11 is. And I hope to get at least 9 of this. As I said, there'll be a bit more information at weekend, and there might be reasons why certain players aren't playing or certain players are playing. But we'll see. I hope to get at least 9 or 10 on this, because, as I say, with the last game before the World Cup. Ederson, Stones, Akanji, Aki, Gomez, Rodri, KDB, Bernardo, Foden, Alvarez, and Grealish. And of course, as I said, Haaland will start all day long if he's fit enough. So what would he come as? Would he come in and drop Grealish and have Foden, Alvarez and Haaland? I don't think so. I think it'll just be a straight swap for Alvarez if he does come in. But there you go. That's my 11. Let me know what your thoughts are on this final game before we all have a break from City and sort of count the days and hours till they're back again. So please check out my odds show, which of course uses that start 11 and looks at the goal score, anytime goal scorers, first goal scorers. There's some value. I had a quick look at it. So there's always value. There's always value even against a team like Brentford, where City are firm favourites to win. There's always value knocking around. So please watch my odds show. And the player ratings show will be Saturday evening. Obviously, I'll be back mid-afternoon, so I'll be able to get the player ratings show out Saturday night. And the Talking Point show will be available on Sunday. And as I said, the World Cup is coming, but there'll still be plenty of City stuff. At least I'll try it. There might at least one a day. There might be the odd day I'll have a break, but there should be at least a City vlog. And obviously the Benjamin Mendy case is continuing as well. That should be finishing while the World Cup's on, of course. So keep tuned in for that, those people that are interested. And there'll be loads of City history stuff, of course. And, of course, don't forget, I'll have my part 1 of the City Player of the Year ratings. So we'll be able to look at all the ratings from myself and the Manchester Evening News and come up with who's done the business this first half of the season, or this first third and a bit of the season, which is probably how it works out. So that'll be out very, very soon. And plenty of other things as well. Some nice surprises, some good stuff as well. So please. Be great to have you during the World Cup following the channel and have you on board. Thanks for watching, guys. Please leave us your comments, leave us your starting 11, leave us your thoughts. Great to hear back from you. Until we meet again, hopefully very, very soon. I know that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.